I'll be the GM tonight, and somewhat playing the character of the brother Loki, as I'm able to. Next person.
James.
Hi, I'm James. I'll be playing Zakaria Bakur Al-Raziz, aka Zach.
Chris.
I'm Chris Morrell. I'll be playing Tom Elder.
Josh.
Hi, my name is Josh Ottober. I will be playing the Oni Jozeric, also goes by Blue for skin color, also goes by Avalanche for his Shadowrunner name.
AKA Jazz. Cam.
Hello, I'm Cameron. I'll be playing Elias, also known as Osak, which is one shot, one kill, also known as Ichabod.
And I am Sam, and I am playing Strauss, the conspiracy theorist magician.
Okay, quick recap. This will be the second game in our Brothers campaign. We all made new characters, and our characters are all brothers. We grew up together with the same foster family in a large, old, scary-looking house in Puyallup. We kind of formed our own gang, and since we were kids, we split apart. We came back together for the first time recently when our mother died. Our father had already died. And I'm sure I'm going to miss some things, but the brothers arrived when the wake was occurring. Walked inside, saw lots of people. It didn't take long for some rather unsavory people to show up. One human leading 2 trolls and 2 orcs made their way into the home and just apparently had a mission to kidnap one of the individuals there who was a childhood friend of the brothers. A fight broke out. Brothers took care of the 5 individuals quite easily, found out they had been hired to perform a simple extraction of a not dangerous person. They didn't expect to run into people like the brothers. And other than that, there's a lot of trolls in the area. The Night Thrashers.
Unfortunately.
Troll gang Night Thrashers. Being a bit of a presence. That's a bit of a problem potentially for Osak, who is racist against trolls. Not sure if I missed much else. Anyone jump in, fill in the important parts I just missed?
Forgot the little fact about discovering that Mom was murdered by a vampire and her corpse is currently infected with the human metahuman vampiric virus, which we're going to have to take care of because the priest who's overseeing the wake was negligent in his duties to make sure that proper rites were performed to prevent her body from being utilized by the forces of evil and or those alien entities from beyond space-time and the stars. But I'm not being judgmental, I'm just stating the facts of the matter.
Okay, so help me remember, at what scene moment did we leave off?
Well, there was a mess on the floor.
Had we just finished the combat?
Yeah. Finished questioning the guys.
Yes.
Yes.
And there was the frozen rubble that used to be a metahuman that Jazz had murdered so effortlessly.
His name is not Jazz.
Man, they're brutal to you.
I know. Actually, the very last thing we did was Sam wanted to take Mom outside so we could stake her heart, put her in the sunlights, and then probably
decapitate her. Stake her heart, decapitate her, put her in the sunlight. You know, the usual things you do at your mom's wake.
So you are there right now.
I'm so not
standing. So let's try as much as I'm gonna try something. I'm not gonna be a stickler about it, but as much as possible, let's see how much we can stick to just my character does this. You speak in character.
Okay.
So right now you're in your living room, your main common area in the manor house. You've shuffled out all of the other people that were there for the wake, do you believe?
Yes.
Except for the guy they came to get.
Oh, right, yeah, Brandon. Brendan Walker, your childhood friend, who explained to you that he had started up his own corporation, and he was the victim of corporate sabotage, and he wanted to hire you, and that was the other thing from the game that I didn't think about to say too. So with that being said, there you are with the casket. Not sure if the priest is in there with you or not, or if you got rid of him.
No, he left with the other people at the
Okay.
wake.
You're
We think he
standing.
was useless.
You're standing in your all's large common area, your living room, with the casket and Brandon. What are you doing?
I'm gonna take Mom
Strauss,
outside.
we should take care of Mom.
Yeah, let's take Mom outside.
Is anybody hurt?
Just that guy on the floor who's wrapped up in that wire mesh from the fireplace. That was pretty clever, by the way, bro.
Thank you. He is not my concern. Is anybody else hurt?
Jazz,
Well,
that's
Loki-
really sweet what you did with that sword, bro.
Loki actually looks over at Zakaria and says, you know, bro, I didn't think to say anything, but man, you have aged fantastically. Did you get plastic surgery? I mean, you look 10 years younger. It's ridiculous.
If I was 10
Right,
years
let's
younger, I would
get-
still be a boy.
Let's be honest here. Let's not be lying to each other like that. He looks
I
old.
am incredulous you would say that to me, brother. Incredulous. I don't lie. I don't lie.
I am currently under the influence of an affliction. I am researching it, but I do not know the cause. You are kind as always, Loki.
Loki just smiles.
Sebastian, it's not funny. You know the fungi from beyond the stars are infecting him to try and corrupt his mind. Don't make light of it.
I assure you my mind is the strongest part of my body.
I certainly hope so, bro, because this can be a long and terrible affliction.
You know, who hurt you?
Hey, out of character for a second, real quick, Jared. Did the local cops, did they show up to pick up the intruders for the wake that we called them about yet?
Oh, let's see here. How much time do you think has passed since you called?
About 10 minutes.
Yeah, no. You're in Puyallup. No.
Well,
No,
they
no,
were
no.
just right down the street when we came in.
Well, now that
The
Yeah,
is
cops
they
a,
were
are all
heading-
like,
They've
yeah,
also-
we'll show up.
now that's a good point. So with that, you hear woo, you hear police sirens out front. Did you go look? I guess you do anything? You hear?
Yeah, I'll go
you
check.
hear all right. So you go and you look, and you see Knight Errant park outside the gates on the street. Yeah, you also see five trolls loitering right around the gates and looking at the house, talking to each other. Now they're all wearing. Did we cover before with the Night Thrashers? I don't have what they look like in front of me, but
I don't think we covered it.
But did you? I guess I'm more saying, did you all become aware of what Night Thrashers look like, or was that just more something for Osok?
I know what they look like.
Well, you go over and look out the window next to. Got to get my names over here. Don't tell me I learned everyone's names properly. Tom. That's right. Tom Dorff. And you look out. Yeah, and you see 5 Night Thrashers. In just straight up colors, gang colors, armor jackets.
Anything specific about the Night Thrashers that I know? Because I really don't know anything about the Night Thrasher personally.
I have to go back and look again, but what I remember from reading from the Seattle book from the previous edition, they are very militaristic. They're straight up like, if it was a combat troll gang, this is it.
So they're a troll. They're primarily a troll gang.
Yeah, they're exclusively a troll gang. They're a militaristic troll gang who in the canon is Puyallup. They are part of. They at least have a small presence in Puyallup, and they of normal times they have a small presence. You sure are seeing a lot of them around here.
Okay.
All right. 1 hound. You know I don't like being called that. Unless you're picking on a nickname for me from a kid, but please be respectful. Strauss, what I need to help you with, buddy? We need to take care of Mom here.
We need to carry Mom out back because we're going to have to take care of this before the vampiric virus animates her. Hey, Sebastian, can you get that? And Tom, can you keep an eye on them from the astral? Make sure they're not lizard men.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. If they are, hit my phone, okay?
Will do.
Cool.
All right, Sebastian walks over, opens up the door. Knight Errant says, we got a phone call that there was a disturbance here, that there's people for us to come take away. And Sebastian says, yes, I believe so. If you look over here on the, and metagame, sorry, I'm trying to remember, did we clean up the murdered person, or did we just leave all the people on the floor? Let's set the stage before I let Knight Errant walk in the house here.
So there is the troll that I turned into ice and shattered.
And we didn't clean that up. That's just still
that's
thawing out troll body chunks on the floor.
Then I believe I actually killed the leader, but then the 2 orcs, the other troll, were stunned. So those 3 are alive.
No,
the leader's alive too. I think I only killed the 1 guy. The other 4 are alive.
So we have, the one guy you killed was a mook. So we have 4 living people. One of them was the leader, right? The humans.
Who are restrained with plastic restraints.
Yes.
And I guess one of them or the human, and one of them, the troll, had that big lattice, the metalwork lattice, but they're all plastic restrained too.
Right.
The human with the sidearm is the one who had the metal lattice.
Oh, that was the leader, right.
Yeah, as soon as he took care of him with the plastic restraints, I shaped the metal back into a just back into a lattice. It looks actually a little bit better than it did, but I make it look like the fireplace mantle thing again before they come back.
And his name is Vertas, by the way.
Okay. All right.
Let's have power.
All right, I'm getting good at that mute button. All right, so with that, door opens, and they identify themselves as Knight Errant. And Sebastian says what I said before. So they walk in, and the 2 officers walk in, two humans walk in, and one of the police officers.
As soon as I hear the words Knight Errant, I immediately move to a different room to make myself sparse.
All right, and now is when I start doing things I wish I'd already done, much like getting my roll 20 up so I can do these awesome macro dice rolls. Because we all know what it sounds like when someone suddenly scurries from a room at the last moment when you walk up to it. It's not the quietest thing in the world.
I'll roll stealth. I'll roll sneaking. It's fine.
That's fine. Oh, you're okay. I'm gonna go for it there.
Probably in the future you should say if you're going to be sneakily doing it or not.
Oh, no, I'm not going to be like, oh, God, and like jump through a window.
Yeah, I was picturing Speedy Gonzalez.
I'm not going to go Scott Pilgrim versus the World on them.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. Why not?
Because that makes a lot of noise. I got 5 hits on sneaking.
Yeah, but it's extraordinarily cool.
I've actually already got this.
And we could use the bus fare.
Yes.
I don't think they're gonna explode into change if I hit them.
That would be the wildest, trippiest Shadowrun ever.
Scott Pilgrim.
Sorry, now I remember. Actually, Stuck's already made a file with all these macros, but I don't remember which file it was at the moment. So I'm gonna give him this roll.
I mean, if only you worked with computers.
And okay, you don't scurry, you actually stealthily creep from the room right as they walk in, and they don't appear to notice or hear you leaving. So they walk in, and when they see the body of the troll, I believe it was, that was frozen and chopped into a bunch of pieces.
It shattered, not chopped.
Yeah, shattered. Well, yeah, shattered. one of the humans just stops there and goes, whoa, what the hell is that?
I go,
What? Someone needs to explain to me what happened here.
I'll walk up, and I think I'm actually facing the group too, out of character. So I'll walk up to the officer. I'm like, Officer, name's Jazeric. Here's my sin. These gentlemen attacked us at our mother's funeral. This one turned hostile, and I used registered magic that I have, and I present my real sin that has my spells registered on it to him.
I think we're getting a bit of something from someone there. Sorry. Yes, so you transmit your SIN information from your comlink.
Correct.
He and his AR, he's manipulating something with his hands, and AR, he's obviously manipulating some kind of a knight errant computer system. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it'll probably pull up
SIN
my tour
checks out.
duty at Desert Wars.
Oh, now, me metagame. Desert Wars. Tell me what Desert Wars. I don't even know what Desert Wars is.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Desert Wars takes place in, I read up on this, in Libya after it was like bombed to hell. And it started as mercenary groups, but it turned into corporations of people fighting in almost like a reality TV way. So corporations hire you in mercenary groups. You go in, it's televised, you're fighting. Mostly qualifying rounds is with stun-based weapons, so people can still die. But the finals, which I play that my character made it to because he became a celebrity due to life modules, you actually use live ammo. So it's like being in the military, except it's televised. It's
So
like,
is there a role it gives you for someone to recognize you?
I originally had the fame quality, but I took it out. So it would be on my record. What?
You should have notoriety.
That's usually a negative thing.
Yeah. If anything, I would have gotten public awareness, which I'm fine with having. But I'm just saying it's on my sin. Like, it's official history that I've been there.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? Not that he would necessarily recognize me. He might not.
So he sees that and he goes, huh. He goes, Desert Wars. You were in Desert Wars.
Yes,
I
sir.
think maybe I've seen you in that. He goes, hey, Finn, this is, what was your name in Desert Wars? What were you going?
Avalanche was my name.
Avalanche. This is Avalanche from Desert Wars.
Remember, Jared, I'm an Oni, so they might.
Oh yeah, you're memorable. I mean, you're a blue, tall, lanky orc.
I'm a blue demon-looking character.
Right.
Onis are literally Japanese demons.
He says, "Yeah, I remember you in the finals. That was incredible. Boy, yeah."
Thank you, officers.
What?
If you watch, you probably remember I can, make things turn ice. The troll was getting a little handsy on my family here with our guests, and I had to do something quickly. I regret the loss of life, but he left me no choice.
Okay. I think someone's mic is just still getting us a bunch of fuzz static there, I feel like. From someone's mic.
There's only so much I can do.
I don't know if it's you. I'm not blaming you.
I'm barely even hearing it. I can hear it, but
Okay.
very, very barely.
All right, that's fine. That's cool. All right. So Avalanche. What is this? You're gonna have to help me out here.
Apparently, these people were hired to forcefully retrieve someone that was a guest at our family's wake here, and while they're in our house, they're under our protection. He started his own business. I don't know if they're gangers or wannabe Shadowrunners or what, but they wanted to make a mess of this place and threaten us and our guests, so I had to put a stop to it.
So you're telling me, well, you've killed this one person in a very interesting way. We have 3 people to take down to the station.
4.
I'm sorry, I mean 4, yeah, 4 for the station.
Yes, sir.
And this is all self-defense.
This was self-defense, yes. I used overbearing force to hopefully deter the other 4, but that did not stop them. But luckily, we were able to take them alive.
All right. Look, normally this whole place would become a crime scene, but I'll tell you what. This is Puyallup, so no one really cares, for one. And 2, I love Desert Wars. So I'll tell you what. Is this your place? What is this?
This is where we grew up. This is our foster mother's place, and it's her wake that we're actually in the middle of, and we're trying to finish our business here.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take these 4 guys off your hands. Boy, like I said, this is putting y'all up, and I don't want to deal with the paperwork for all those chunks. Can you take care of the body chunks?
We will do that. Don't you worry.
Well, I'll tell you what. Can I get an autograph?
Of course. You want to go outside? I mean, it's probably gonna start stinking in here soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Well.
hey, Blue, you should tell him you should do your catchphrase. Do your catchphrase for him.
When hell freezes over.
Yeah, it's awesome. He said it. He said the phrase.
I love what
he
said.
said it.
And when he does that, it's a spell I kind of have, but I have like a ball of frost kind of just show up in my hand. You know, hell, freeze, hell, freeze. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, and the 2 cops are just like, yeah, it's so awesome. He said it. That's so cool. And then they just bend down and start picking up our okay. Each of them bend down, pick up one of the
You need
unconscious
help
people.
carrying.
Yeah.
people out?
Boy, if you can give me a hand, we gotta put these guys in the
And-
car.
I lift up the troll because I'm probably the strongest guy in the room.
So you guys take you. Yes.
When the cops bend down, I look. Do either of them have tails?
No.
So they're not lizard men.
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm also sensing them during this conversation, by the way.
Make that roll.
Dropping
I guess I should do the same since that's actually what I was supposed to be doing.
I got 4.
I would, but I'm hiding.
Now, does
I have
the
5
background
hits.
count against this?
I don't think so.
For I don't see why it would for a sensing.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, so it's not linked to the magic attribute on your skill roll, so no.
Right.
I got
Oh,
4
that-
successes.
I have 5 hits.
I mean, if it's tainted enough, the GM can rule that gets the visual way, but it's a background count of 3? That's pretty low and mild in the grand
It was
scheme.
5, by the way.
You don't know. You don't see anything off about the officers. Who got the highest? At a 5? 1% got a 5.
Yeah, I got 5.
I got 4.
With
I got
your
3.
5. With your 5. Now, but were you a sensing actually, or were you just looking?
Yeah, that's my sensing skill test.
Oh, okay. You're not sure, but you think the background count in this house is slowly creeping up.
Well, that makes sense.
You think you've noticed? Well, actually, it would make total sense actually now. Yeah, it would.
Well,
Yeah.
it's also getting later in the day. The house is starting to wake up.
Okay.
You don't know
Alright.
it, but when the sun goes down, the darkness rises here.
Okay. All right.
I don't know how
So
you guys turned a
you all-
blind eye to it for so many years.
The 2 officers and a couple of you guys have put all 4 guys in the 2 squad cars that have to have. So each officer showed up in a car, and the main officer who's been talking the most, he walks up to you, Avalanche, and says, "Look, this is just so cool to meet you. We're gonna take care of this. We're gonna kind of massage the report a bit. Probably just put some charges on these jokers, put them in the system for a while, and just get out of here, okay?"
That sounds great, officer. I gave you guys my autograph. Is there any way I can get your number in case I need to chat with you again?
Yeah, sure. Let me transmit my comlink info to you. And he
Thank you.
shares his comlink communication information with you.
So he was pretty enamored with me. So I'm gonna write down that I have his number.
Hey Jared,
Yes.
how many guys are they carting off?
4.
4. I'm gonna come up to the guy that Blue's talking to, and I'll be like, "Excuse me, officer. A quick question, if you don't mind."
Yeah, but 1 second, Chris. Oh, I'm sorry. Boy, I missed getting. I was hearing a bunch of dice just now, real bad, and I'm still.
That was my dice. That was my fault.
That's okay. I'm just. I think we all need to go back and listen to this to hear what all the background stuff is, afterwards, because it'll probably inform all of us. So with that, I'll try to not really say much more about it. And then you just spoke to who are you speaking to? The guy that Blue was talking to, or what now?
Yeah.
Oh, the officer. He says, "Yeah, what can I do for you?"
I was just wondering the restraints that we had to use on them. I was wondering if maybe you had some spares that I could get from you to replace the ones I had to use on them.
Well, yeah, you like some plastic zip ties?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, it's no problem. He goes over to his car. He comes back. Yeah, look, here's here's 4. Here's one to replace each one that you used here.
Hey, we appreciate your quick response too, by the way. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, it's no problem. We just had to go kill about 10 gangers about a block over. You guys be careful. The what do they call that? That troll gang. The night thrashers.
You mean like the
Yeah.
ones that were hanging outside over there? I kind
Yeah.
of peeked through the curtain.
Yeah, those guys. They've been making a bigger presence, like just real recently here in Puyallup. So you guys watch out. Looks like they're pushing out the territory a little bit.
Okay. Appreciate it. Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome. All right, try to keep from getting killed out here. And they get in their cruisers and they drive off.
All right.
Now, can we please take Mom outside in the sunshine before she rises from her coffin and murders us all?
Yes, of course, brother. And I pick her and her coffin up.
So when you when you expose her to sunlight, will she kind of burn away in a classic vampire fashion?
No. What we're going to do is we're going to take her out in the sunlight because she won't have the vulnerability until she turns. But we'll take her out. We'll take a shovel and decapitate her with it. And then take...
Brother, please, she deserves more honor. And I actually take out my katana to do
Don't do that.
Sebastian says, brother, do you really think a shovel is the best way to decapitate someone?
Yes.
I think good old Ma deserves better than a shovel.
No.
I mean,
I gotta agree.
if you
I
decapitate
definitely
me
think-
one day, if you ever decapitate me one day, give me a nice katana. Don't do a shovel.
This is just Mom's body. It's infected with the human metahuman vampiric virus.
We don't know if her spirit's left yet. She deserves more dignity than a shovel.
Yes, we do.
I'm gonna
Yes,
sense
we
that
do.
that's the spirit left.
Yes, it has.
When I-
There's
when I
nothing
hear-
but dead body and metahuman vampiric virus left. We've already
When
done that
I-
in distancing.
When I hear Knight Errant leave, I'm gonna come out of hiding and say, it doesn't really matter if you do it with a shovel or a sword. It's gonna be the same result either way.
No, it actually really does matter because if we do it with his sword's going to be contaminated with the metahuman vampiric virus.
My sword
Which means if he goes to wipe his sword blade off, he can catch vampirism.
Not if he's careful.
This is Blue we're talking about.
What's that supposed to mean, brother?
Do you remember the brownies? Do you remember the brownies?
No,
you,
because
me,
I'm pretty
Mom
sure
in the kitchen,
how
11 years old. You go up to go dip in the brownie batter, get your finger caught in the blender. You remember that? I do. Classic Blue. Look, I don't want you becoming a vampire.
That's when we found out he didn't really bleed blue.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you were right. I still owe you $1 for that bet, I think, don't I?
It's really okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
you guys were betting that I didn't bleed blue?
Well, yeah, you were new to the home, though.
For what it's worth, I bet you did.
I don't know what to say right now, brothers.
But anyway, the key thing is,
Okay.
and I don't want
fine.
you swinging this
I'll
sword
use a
around that has
shovel.
vampire blood on it.
And my sword's magical. It'll be cleansed of it. What do you think I
So
spent
Zarek-
time doing it this for?
You really need to go back to school on magic theory, son.
Joseric, are you doing
Yes.
the deed?
I will do the deed unless someone else wants that honor.
This is so messed up. I don't want to watch this.
I'm gonna go inside because I don't want to get contaminated with the HMHVV.
I'm standing
I'll take-
back because I don't want to be contaminated either.
You don't want the human vampiric virus.
I think I'm starting to feel sick to my stomach. And
Sebastian, go
Sebastian
inside.
turns around and kind of holds the stomach like he legit feels sick.
Does someone have a steak as well?
No, hold on a second. I take the shovel.
I can make
And
one.
can you shape this?
I should have one more. And I kind of fiddle through my my pack. I'm like, this is expensive, you know.
On the body.
Well, now,
I'm trying
now
to
wait
lighten
a
the mood.
minute. If he cuts her head off, he shouldn't get any blood on it. If she's in the coffin already, she's already been embalmed.
He has a point. Either way, I'll spread the I'll spread the powder across the shovel and shape it, and yeah, into a more of a sharper edge to it. Just
Now we give
Or would the
Mr.
blood regenerate because she's a vampire?
I don't know enough about. I didn't study vampirism in my
Hmm.
studies. Actually, could I make a check on that?
I have parazoology.
No, I have tons of magical. I have magical theory. I have I have a lot. Hold on. I have magical theory, thaumaturgy,
You don't say.
manatech, metallurgy. I guess magical theory. I also have arcana as a spell or as a skill too. Would any of those apply? Jared?
I'm sorry, what was your base question?
I want to know what Zakaria's knowledge about the human metahuman virus would be based on my magical
Sure.
history.
Yeah.
Can I roll on that too with my knowledge skill? The infected.
Oh well, that
Yeah.
might be a little bit more informative than mine.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll, James, on any one of them makes sense.
I got 5 hits on thaumaturgy.
Wow.
Then you definitely on thaumaturgy. That's a little off topic. That's still
Well, because
5
we were
hits.
talking about whether or not the embalming process would be negated by the
Oh.
regeneration.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I'm
more
gonna. Interesting. Yes. So I'm gonna say, for lack of an official answer, yes.
There's no
That
actual
the
blood.
HMH.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that if I understand their conversation here, right, which I probably don't, but the HMHVV virus, because it has a regenerative property, right? That it would kind of anti-embalm the body.
Oh, okay.
It effectively would effectively
It technically
unbalm.
wouldn't do that
we
until
saw
she's
the aura
turned,
of the infection in the corpse when we did the aura reading in the last session.
Yeah, see, I hadn't really, because he read an aura, and I don't want to get lost here in the minutia of
That's fine.
this, but
Make an overriding GM rule that
Let's just
Takes
try
care of
and
stuff.
decapitate Mom without everyone getting infected and becoming vampires.
Good plan.
So, I will take the shovel.
Can we just do that, Jerry?
yes.
I'll take the
Sebastian says
shovel.
yes. Just cut the old bag's head off. Sorry, Ma. I love you.
I glare at Sebastian as I slam the shovel down.
So gross. The shovel? You didn't use your.
Makes you feel better. I could shape the shovel into a katana. A rusty
No, I used the
brown
shovel
katana.
because Strauss was being so damned insistent.
I didn't
Okay.
want you to be infected. I didn't want you to have vampire blood on the katana.
Right. Okay. All
When
right.
they were so definite.
So, wham! And you got massive strength. You shove your shovel right through Mom's neck, and the head just rolls off.
And then I break the shovel, so I have the wooden handle, and then I stab that into her heart.
The broken shovel shaft, you just plunge it right into her heart, and
When I do that, I say, "What is dead will always be reborn. That is the circle of life."
Listen for you, Mom.
I turn to Strauss. I'm like, "Words, brother."
Yeah. Now we need to clean this up.
all right.
Well, do you guys want to just say that we go ahead and dig a hole and put her in the backyard?
Well, we can't now. Blue just broke the shovel.
Yeah, we can.
Hilarious.
Jared, I summoned an earth elemental.
Make that roll.
You do remember the background count, right?
While he does that, I'm going to pull out my little pocket book of prayers and flip through to
what
find
is
the appropriate.
So what's the background count at currently, Jared? I know you said it was going up.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Well, it's still what it was before. It's still well.
Five.
You all just had that go down.
Played.
Actually, was it 5 last time?
Yeah.
It's spiked up. You said
Okay,
it was-
so it's not officially 6 yet, but it's just rising. It's kind of like it had
I've got 3 hits on my conjuration attempt for a force 3 earth elemental.
And I just roll its force once, right, for summoning.
Right.
I got no success.
I'll be right back, guys.
And I have the earth elemental, bury Mom, excavate a hole, and bury her.
All right. Earth elemental, summon it, and it's able. It just starts moving the earth like it's like a human being moving pudding or butter.
And I have no problem with it. Right.
It digs a 6-foot hole with the greatest of ease. Lays your mom in there. The entire process probably only takes for the earth elemental, honestly, 1 minute, maybe 2 at the most. And shortly after it started, you have decapitated your mother, and you've got a big, appropriate grave in the ground. Sebastian walks up and says, brother, if everything you say is true, and if a couple things I remember about this house are really what I remember, she's going to become a zombie. Our mom's going to rise. I have a feeling anybody we bury in this yard of this house is going to rise.
Do you remember to start recording this?
To start recording this?
You remember to start recording this?
Yes, I already checked once because I can stop recording. I can't because
Okay.
the only option is to stop recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when my mother watches this, I want her to make sure that she knows that this is not about her. This is just a game.
Oh my god.
I actually will lean in close when Sebastian says the thing about the zombies and said, "You believe the Shadim are near here?"
No, Zakaria. It's kind of a joke. Do you have to be so literal all the time? It's just a joke.
I'm sorry.
I don't think she's gonna literally rise. Just
honestly, there's stranger things that have happened in this house.
It's just some of our brothers say weird stuff all the time. And if you listen to this guy,
there's nothing funny about the Shadim. Wouldn't you say so, Zach? Nothing funny about the Shadim.
No, I've seen them lay waste to cities.
Tehran?
I was not there, but I saw it.
Well,
Tom, your comlink goes off.
Okay,
Tom,
or wait a minute, who is?
And I'm gonna say you all exchanged information before. It is Brandon Walker.
Okay, I answer it.
Tom, this is Brandon. Wow, what happened? What's going on?
We're taking care of things here at the house. Wait a minute, no, Brandon's still here.
I thought y'all said he left. Oh, he is still there?
Ew,
Okay,
he was the one person that
saved.
All right, my bad. Oh yeah. So he is out there with you guys, and he says, "Look, from my understanding, I don't know, this whole thing kind of messed up the natural flow of the evening, but my understanding is that there's a reading of the will. Are you guys? Have you guys already been contacted about that?"
I was not.
First
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. So let's see here. Maybe they just made a mistake and forgot to contact you or something. I actually know uh, who the lawyer is for the estate. So let me just.
Wait, Mom hired a
it's
lawyer?
well, well, every everybody, hopefully, if they're smart, they've got some kind of a plan, for their stuff, and she has a lawyer who's carrying out the her last will and testament, and there's going to be a reading, I'm pretty sure, and I would think you guys would have been invited. I happen to
How,
actually do it.
how do you know about this?
Oh, I actually drink with the guy. We go to the same bar. Um, yeah, it's kind of a small world. I mean, I knew your all's mom, and actually met the guy one time when I was just kind of coming by to check on your all's mom, and it just so happened that found out we kind of pretty much from the same places, so I just kind of know the dude through the bar scene now. But long
Ju-
story short, though,
Judging,
long story short, sorry, there should be a reading, and if you guys haven't been contacted, I'll talk to him and I'll make sure you guys get contacted.
judge intentions on this guy.
Okay.
I don't feel like he's being straight with me. That's 3 hits on judge intentions.
Is that opposed at all, or is that just a straight roll?
If he's got if he's conning, then you
Right.
would roll your con against it. But
Well, yeah. So if he's conning, you got to counter roll with con plus intuition or willpower versus his
That
con
does
plus
seem-
charisma.
That does
Oh, I
seem
thought it
like
was-
two competing ways of the same thing, sort of.
Yeah. So judge intentions doesn't tell you, like, it gets a much more vague thing where resisting a con, like, he doesn't need to be conning for you to judge his intentions. He can be telling
Okay.
the truth, right?
just-
It's not
yeah,
for discovering a lie.
No, actually, he seems like he's telling the truth.
okay. Zakaria notes the convenience and checks the math probability in his head that he would be drinking buddies with the lawyer that's the executor for this will, but keeps it to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, get in touch with the lawyer. Find out what's going on with that.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. So I'm not sure how much time you guys need, but we need to meet about my stuff. I need you guys for my business. I need to hire you guys. I kind of have an idea, actually, of something I'd like you to do for me.
We could probably meet with you tomorrow because tonight we've got that thing to take care of.
Is this the thing we know about?
Nobody remembers the thing.
I don't at the moment. What was the thing?
So the guys that we took out, the guy that we were questioning and stuff like that. The person they were supposed to take Brandon to, they were supposed to meet at midnight, and he gave us the location.
And that would be
That's
Flintlock.
Right. I remember that
Yeah,
now.
yeah, right.
We have to have a little talk with Flintlock.
Yeah. Okay.
Which that might be what Brandon wants to hire us for, anyways.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay, we should talk to Brandon now.
Well, guys, look, I guess I can tell you now. I'm not exactly sure who it is that's jacking me. it's just checking, my shipments, just messing with me. Look, I got a small business. I have just a small couple offices, a small one little small experimental manufacturing center, and my business is I've recruited a small number of super intelligent minds, and even though I'm not awakened, I've been fascinated by the awakened world my whole life. And what I'm working on is a device that will allow non-awakened people to see the astral plane.
So deep weed, but without the weed?
Yeah, well, sort of, except if you smoke deep weed, I'm pretty sure you can't just turn that off whenever you want.
Why would you want to?
So an astral entity doesn't. And by the way, when you're on deep weed, you are, if I understand my magical theory correctly, you're dual natured for that time, which means you are in danger from astral attack. The astral viewer, you wouldn't actually be dual natured. You would just gain a measure of astral vision.
At this point, Zakiria starts speaking excitedly with him. I got 3 hits on my Manatech knowledge check. I start saying stuff like, "So how did you bypass the singularity consciousness to achieve that kind of link to the astral plane?"
Oh, no, it's
He
an
just
amazing
starts-
question.
Yeah, he
I
just
just
starts spouting out.
combobulated a nebulizing deherbitizer. And
Fascinating.
Zakira.
yeah,
Zakira.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if he's able to use technology to view into the astral plane, couldn't we then apply that ability to breach the barrier between the physical and the astral and develop a means of capturing those beings in the physical plane?
I mean, this is all very theoretical at this point. I mean,
Well, it's like basic inhabitation conjuration theory.
I suppose, but the technology itself is still very, very early stages. I'm very interested in seeing this, though.
This is fascinating.
So, what I'm thinking about is this. We've got some other small side
What being
projects,
from
but this
beyond
is
the
the thing that I
stars
think
gifted you
is...
with this insight? Who are you working for?
If I always wanted to ask...
It was the fun guy, wasn't it?
I've always wanted to ask you something. Names.
No, you want to.
Strauss.
John Elder, a.k.a. Strauss.
I've almost got everyone's name down. He's a Strauss. Do you do mushrooms? Do you do a lot of mushrooms?
Well, I wouldn't say a lot. I don't have any.
Excuse him. Mom dropped him on the head a lot when he was younger.
That's okay.
But it really doesn't depend on how much you do. It's how often. And you should grow your own, because otherwise people plant them in shit that's contaminated with other shit.
Aren't mushrooms a type of fungi?
What's that?
Yes. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Yeah, and I was thinking about the otherworldly demonic Cthulhu fungi he was talking about before.
Right.
And yes.
Was it the fungi who gifted you with this insight, or was it the dwellers of the sea?
It was the dwellers of the sea of never-ending fungi of perception of infinity. Is what it was.
You're a madman.
And the Freemasons. And the Illuminati. Yes. Okay. Wow. All right. Man, you're an interesting person. But okay, let's get back to my idea that I actually was trying to get somewhere.
To his idea. The Freemasons are leading him around by the nose. He's admitted it himself, gentlemen. You can't trust this man.
An idea.
Brother, can you keep it to yourself? We need to listen.
I got this idea from He Who Lives Beyond the Stars. I'm sure you're friends with him, Strauss. The idea is that I put out on the street that I'm going to be that I have got a I've made a huge leap forward, and I have a working prototype. But I have to send that prototype to somewhere to go through higher testing, like somewhere like MIT, or maybe there's a more appropriate place closer to here, somewhere that's got a thaumaturgical or some kind of a magical studies department. And basically just a honeypot of some sort where someone's going to jack it for sure. What I want you guys to do is to run this operation to where they're going to jack the shipment. They're not going to know it was easy to do. You're going to have to put up some kind of credible defense or somehow make this credible, but they're going to get the fake prototype. Then you're going to follow them and find out where they take it to. And depending on where it goes, you bring back to me the intelligence on where it went to. If it goes to a place where it looks like there's valuable things you could steal from them to bring back to me, feel free to take the initiative to do so. If you get to a place where it looks like blowing up, say, a building could strike a terrible blow to these scumbags who've screwed me over left and right, feel free to blow them up. I don't really know how this is going to go down. I just know basically I would like to find out who's wrecking my business, and once you track the fake shipment and the people who jack it, hopefully if someone does, back to wherever it comes from.
Hey, Tom.
I don't know.
Tom.
Yeah.
You know, I get that we know him a long time, but the vampire bit Mom, and we need to go kill that fragger.
That is true. But we also need to deal with these assholes that came in and disrespected her wake.
So then let's meet in the middle, and we'll go dance on Frontlock's throat until he talks to us.
I'm good with that. And since that's most likely related to what Brandon here's talking about, that might be a pretty good way to go.
Well, then let's go get Frontlock.
Brandon, do you have pictures? I can create a convincing replica of whatever prototype you wished me to forge.
Yeah. Let's see here. He brings up some AR stuff for himself. I'm going to start sending you AR images of something he actually is working on, and says this is what we're gonna spread. Based on this, we're gonna spread word on the street that it's being shipped. So hopefully, whoever it is. Well, you know, I'm thinking right now. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe I should do. Not spread word on the street, but just make sure internally inside my company that I set this up as a legitimate something, because my other I've had shipments jacked before. I wonder if I've got a mole on the inside.
Of course you
It's
do.
quite possible.
I mean, please.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Some type of embedded unique sequence ID number for the files that are distributed to the individual employees, so you can match the file to the employee who received it. Tell me you're at least considering that.
So here's what yeah. Okay, so I know what I'll do.
I could also write that.
I'm going to have you guys run a series of fake shipments, and I will leak the information to certain key people, and once one of the shipments gets hit, we can tie that to who the internal mole is, and then you can also, whoever takes it, you can trail them back, and probably need you to trail them too, because I'm pretty sure if you were the people stealing something, you would probably check whatever you were stealing for any kind of transmission device yourself. Would probably have a way of taking care of it. So for doing this, for the base act of running the jobs, and when one of them does get jacked, you follow the people back to where it came from, you follow them to where they're going with the stolen goods, and possibly contact me at that point. If you go to a building, depending on where they get to go to, I might want you to go inside. Depending on what the situation is, you should probably contact me to see just what I want you to do. And for doing this, since we don't know exactly what will happen. Now, at the moment, okay, so there's a metagame. There's a lot of brothers in total. How many people is he hiring right now? 5 at the moment?
5, unless you want Sebastian to come. Or 4 of us. No, 5.
So Sebastian's kind of ducked out by this point. Sebastian's doing his own thing. So 4 of you. For doing this,
5.
I can pay 5. Yeah.
Camera.
Oh, right. For doing this, I'm prepared to pay 50,000 nuyen to the group. So that would be 10,000 nuyen per person.
Okay. Good.
At this point in the game, we're standing inside the house, right? Or are we outside still?
I think
I'd assume
in the
inside.
backyard. Oh, okay.
In the backyard?
Backyard or inside, whichever you guys want to be.
Smash. Everyone pretty much hears what sounds like windows breaking in the front of the house.
Shit.
Run inside towards the front of the house.
Ditto.
You run inside the front of the house, and you see a baseball. You see a broken window in front of the house. You see a baseball on the ground, and you see those 5 trolls from before standing out front. One of them's holding a baseball bat. Those five Night Thrasher trolls from before standing out front. One's got a baseball bat, and you got a baseball in a broken window.
Zakira, can you go ahead and repair that window? Tom, should we go have a talk with these lovely young men?
I think we should have a chat. I pick up the baseball.
You ugly trog motherfuckers!
You hear
When he
this,
does that, I
and
cover his mouth.
I can't even tell you how much I regret not having 3 old school Coke bottles here right now. But you straight up hear this. You hear chink, 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 chink. Elders, come out and play.
Oh, these motherfuckers. I drop my hand over Osak's face, and I march outside. I am
And that's how we get
pissed.
an explicit content tag on the blog when this posts.
Yeah, if it's a little post edit possibly or
The problem is I don't have editing software, so I just put it on RAW. It's the raw, untouched footage.
Okay.
I put my hand on before he goes out though. I put my hand on Blue's shoulder and it's like, wait, one moment, and I filter through and I just pull out a tab and put it on my tongue and I mutter the Islam word for speak, and then cast Mind Link.
Ooh,
You mean the
Arabic. That's what I meant. Arabic word.
I'm going to sling my sniper rifle off of my back, walk over to the now broken window, put my goggles on, and start to take aim.
Man, you're like
We're talking
watching
about
what I
hate crime
say
in
with,
progress, right?
But
No.
he reminds me basically at the moment of like a war veteran with PTSD. Like he heard something up front, and what do you do? First thing you do, sniper rifle. That's your go-to.
Yeah, he's a ganger. What else?
Yeah.
I'm a ganger. Like this is
Come on,
this
Tom,
is
let's
like
go
my
talk to
world.
these boys.
So who are you casting that on again, James?
I was casting it on as many people as I could here, and I only got 3 though. Sorry. I got.
What do you have to get?
I have to according to the thing here, you know, can I spend edge on an alchemy thing?
I mean,
I think
it's after
so.
the fact, so you can re-roll.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
re-roll failures.
You can re-roll any test, I think.
Okay. So I'll
Hey, by the
re-roll.
way, Jared, after the last game, to the
Alright.
beginning of this game, did my edge replenish? Or no?
No, I don't
No.
think so, because you haven't even had a night pass. I think Edge replenishes with a full night's sleep, right?
So with a full 8 hours of sleep and a good meal, you'll get one back. And the book, it's generally when an adventure ends, you'll refresh everything because you'll have days, weeks gone.
Or if
But
you
we're
do
picking up
something
right where we left
cool.
off. So no.
And with no rest, there's no chance that stun will replenish either, will it?
Right.
Oh no.
Not yet. All right, everybody's connected then on the MindNet, and it's a range of 80 meters. 80. Oh wait, no, more than that. 400 meters.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
So
Okay.
so to what? How does this? You're not Borg level connected, but you're just like active
can-
telepathy
We
connected.
can freely
or...
talk, exchange images, and emote as long as we remain within range of the target of the spell. Me.
Okay.
I'm also gonna cast 2 spells. I'm gonna cast Force 1, Enhance Aim, and
Don't
Force.
forget the background count.
Yeah, no. I lost my train of thought.
You were doing casting aim.
Yeah,
or
I'm
something
doing. Enhance Aim. Let me just make sure well, Enhance Aim isn't. It's just something. It's a buff. I put it on myself, and that's it. Well, actually, let me see how much my well, that's 60. Let me see how many hits I get. All right, so I increase my range modifier by 20 meters. I'm also going to cast Force to increase reflexes.
All right, make that roll.
Okay, so yeah, I don't like I got 2 hits on both of them, so increased reflexes. Let me just double check what 2 hits gives me. All right, cool.
Okay, did you re-roll it or something, or that's it?
Yeah, I'm buffing myself before we get into combat.
All right. So Avalanche, do you end up walking outside there like you were first doing?
Yeah, so I got pistol and holster, katana on my
Alright.
hip.
So
yeah.
outside there, you've got the 5 trolls from before from Night Thrashers. They're back.
And
One
John
of
and I are
them.
going with him, by the way.
All right.
As we
One
initially
one
said
of
we-
them is holding a Mossberg shotgun. Another one is holding an AK. What in this game? 97 is the common one in this game.
Right.
Or is it
The AK-97, yeah.
I think in this game it is. I think.
Yes, it's the
Um,
AK-97.
Another one is holding the baseball bat. Let's see here. Another one is holding. Actually, open up my old Shadowrun PDF.
Are any of these guys Butcher?
No.
Butcher isn't either. Okay. So I'm gonna walk down there. I'm gonna say, guys, you lost your baseball.
All right. Well, first Avalanche walks out. So Avalanche, when you walked out, because yeah, we had to kind of resolve that first.
Right.
They all start walking in the gate, and the troll with the baseball bat starts walking in front, and he looks at you, and he says, "Batter up!" And he basically charges you and just tries to swing that bat and tries to knock your
Right.
head right off your shoulders.
Do you want me to roll initiative or make a surprise roll?
We should make surprise rolls. That's how this is supposed to go. We're supposed to all
Everyone
make...
are just because as soon as they start approaching, I'm gonna shoot them in the chest.
Yeah, this is kind of how surprise works in this game. I'm not a big fan of it, and we could talk about house rules, but so let's all make our intuition plus reaction rolls.
If we had line of sight on him before he started charging, we wouldn't be surprised. We'd be watching.
Oh, I know. Okay, so then when you have two people squaring off, seeing each other,
yeah, it's just
one tries to do one round's worth of So the dude starts to charge forward. It's initiative time. So everyone's roll initiative.
Okay.
I actually pre-rolled my initiative, so whenever you're ready for it.
And I still have my increased, whatever it was I cast last time. It increased mine last time. Still sustained.
Okay. All right. Just one moment.
Oh, that's right. I didn't have to recast enhanced reflexes. I already had it cast on me.
Right, because you had it sustained from last time.
All right, Strauss.
Yep.
What was your initiative?
11.
It's occurred to me to make one more roll here myself. Okay, that was Osak.
27.
And Blue.
28.
And the Botam.
26.
And Zakaria.
14.
All right. So our go Blue on 28.
All right, so I see this guy charging right at me.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to rapid draw my pistol, and I'm going to shoot him with a stick and shock.
Roll to hit.
Okay, 12. That would be take aim. Why is this not working? There we go. I have 6 successes.
Boy, all right. My roll here. You have 4 net successes.
Okay, let me just make sure I modify for stick and shock correctly. Stick and shock is -2 there. So it'd be +2. 10p minus 5 AP.
10p minus 5 AP.
And that is stun damage, so he would be alive.
Okay. And repeat the damage once more.
10.
Okay, minus
the
-5
-5.
AP.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Okay. But we're using Mook rules. We are using Mook rules. All right. So the troll's charging you, and you pop him with stand shock rounds, and you hit him, and he twitches and boom, falls over.
And I yell, "You all want some of that?"
All right. Back to my thing here. Assume you're done, and then Elias is next.
All right. Did you say some of the trolls have guns?
Yes, I did say that.
Okay, just making sure. No, I was just making sure because I don't want to just fire on people with yeah. I would.
You hate trolls. Yes, you would.
One is holding a Mossberg shotgun. One's holding an AK-97. One is holding a submachine gun, which is an HK-227, and then another one's holding a Defiance 2250 shotgun.
All right, I'm gonna shoot the one with the AK.
Okay.
I got 6 hits.
You have 2 net hits.
All right, so that's 14p minus 4 AP.
14p.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. What does the take aim action do?
+1 to your dice pool, and if you have a smart link as well, +1 to your limit.
Let me just roll one more die. All right, so that was actually well, no, I hit my limit anyway. Don't worry about it. Never mind. So that's how many net hits did you say?
How many did you say when shooting?
I said 6 hits. So how many net hits?
Oh, right. No, I had 4, so it was 2 net hits.
Yeah, so it's 14p minus 4 AP.
Okay, 14p minus 4. That's what you said the first time, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Are you shooting the guy with the moss? Oh, you said the AK is what you said, right?
Yep.
All right. Bam! Your sniper rifle lets out just a deafening blast of sniper rifles. They're quite loud, I would say. And
well, I mean, it's not like a huge. It's a Remington 950.
Yeah. So bam! You fire your rifle. You strike that troll with the AK right in the chest, and you blow him right off his feet. And he just lands on his back in a pool of blood, not moving. All right. Anything else?
I just start grumbling under my breath about trogs while pulling back the bolt on my rifle, getting ready to shoot again.
All right, go Tom.
Okay, I'm going to move out onto the porch and get to where I am behind the post in the picture, so that I have some cover.
Okay.
And from behind that, I'm going to shoot the guy with the Mossberg. I'm going to pull out my Ruger Super Warhawk and shoot him.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I have 4 successes.
I have 1 success.
Okay. So that is going to be that's going to be 3, or it's going to be, I get 12p damage with a -6 AP.
Okay. You hit the guy. You hit him, and he buckles just barely. The bullet looks like it bounces off one of his armor plates, and he seems like he's just barely affected by it.
I am wounded. Okay.
Okay. And all right. Wow. Hey, you just shot the guy who goes right now.
Oh, great.
So, did you kind of took up 3/4 cover? Is that what you did, or?
Yeah, I got behind cover behind the post.
Okay. Well, we'll call that 3/4 cover because he kind of had to turn out to shoot and stuff. So, all right. So, boy, What's that do? That gives you more defense dice, or takes a dice away from me?
It gives him +4.
Okay. Well. Okay. Let me turn the Mossberg here. I thought the Mossberg was in the main book. Is that not in the main book?
One of the Mossbergs is. Which one are you looking for?
The shotgun.
Yeah, I thought it was in the main book.
I'm pretty sure it's in the main book.
No, it's not. It might be a running gun.
Sorry, yeah, I thought that was in the main book.
Let me do it like I'm trying to add it and see what stats on it are.
You run and gun here. All right, I'm opening up run and gun now.
Let's see. The Mossberg AMC MDT. It is, what do you want to know?
AMC EDT is this?
It's in running gun.
All right, well, I'm in run and gun now, so I'm just gonna get it right here.
5 accuracy base, 12 damage, -1 AP.
Yeah. There we are. Finally. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. So, bow. It fires in a short burst at you. The leader lets off a short burst at you from the Mossberg. Yeah. So you need to roll your defense dice.
Oh boy. And you said I get 4 for 3/4 cover?
Yeah,
Yes.
and you lose 2 from the short burst.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Don't die, man.
I'm gonna try not to. This ain't my usual gig right here. So, whoa. There you. What the hell?
I got 5 successes.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 successes.
Jeez. Okay. Well, bow. He lets the moss.
Or wait. So physical. So okay. So range defense doesn't have a limiter, does it?
Not
test. Only the active use of a skill has
Okay.
a limit.
Okay,
So,
cool.
so defensive resistances don't have limits.
Carry on.
So, bam! The burst of the shotgun rings out and rips the crap out of that post you're hiding behind. That post you're hiding behind just got shredded a fair bit by this Mossberg. Okay. And then, damn. So, according to my notes here, I've got the leader, which just went. And you got 2 more guys here. Well, those 2 other guys, they're gonna have to make a little test here to see if they stay in battle. They rolled pretty good actually. All right. Yeah, the 2 guys are gonna stay in battle. So, of the people who've attacked, we got 1 person inside the house who's shot out. We have Tom outside, hiding behind a post, who shot the leader, stunned him barely, but. And then we have.
We have Exile 2.0.
Yeah, we have Blue out here.
I don't kill everyone.
We have Blue out here.
Yes.
And what was it Blue did? What was it
the
Blue
guy that came swinging at me with a baseball bat, I shot him with my pistol with a second shot, stunned him, and then yelled at them, I forget what I yelled at them.
That's it. Yeah. So here's what's going to happen. The guy with the HK and the guy with the Defiance, they're both like,
and I look like a demon.
They both scream. They both scream some curse words at you, and they unload on you with their weapons. So, first things first.
So
didn't the guy with the AK just fire at Tom?
No, the guy with the AK is down.
That was the Mossberg.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
Oh no, no, not the AK, the HK. My bad. There's one guy's an HK 227. Sorry.
And he's down because he got hit with a sniper rifle.
No, the AK is down. There was an AK 97 and an HK 227. That reminds me of a little TV show, HK 227. All right. There we go, the HK. All right. The guy with the HK lets loose with a long burst.
Ooh.
6 rounds
All right.
on blue.
So I'm going to use full defense. So take 10 off my initiative, please. And that will let me add my charisma modifier to my defense test.
Okay.
Which is how much again?
He's going to basically do an anime nod. And the enemies are going to go, oh?
Well, not quite, because I have too pretty to hit, so it's like I'm too majestic.
That's what I'm saying. You're doing an anime pose.
All right, well, he unloads with you with a long burst. From
So you said negative 5?
The submachine, which is negative 5 to you. Yeah.
4 hits.
Well, I'm gonna spend a point of edge to reroll failures.
Of course you are. You just gotta be like that, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, only got one more. A total of 4 successes.
Sweet. So that means grazing blow. So I feel the bullets from it ricochet off my armor jacket.
Yes, you do. And the Defiance shotgun.
Oh boy.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Yes. There we go.
Now is the shotgun doing first?
The shotgun was only a single shot and semi-auto. Oh boy! All right, bam! He fires the Defiance at you. You're at -1 for being the second. I think
-1.
Yeah.
I have 8 hits, Jared. I don't think you can beat that.
No, well, let's see, because, well, no.
Now you still take negatives from the first little burst there they did, right?
No, I only get the -1 for consecutive attack because this attack isn't a burst. I don't get that -5 that the burst shot did. Else that would be so broken.
This thing has an accuracy of 4 anyway, so bam, that guy fires his shotgun and he misses. All right. So the HK opens up on you, misses just barely, and grazes you. The shotgun doesn't even come close to hitting you.
But I thought
and then those guys.
I thought every attack in a round at range, they just kept adding the penalties as you went until your next turn came out.
It's the only penalty that's additive is the penalty from successive attackers.
Right.
The burst fire is just for that single attack.
Yeah.
So you just took a -1 because he was a second attack.
Correct.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Well, that's nice.
Goes to Kiri on 14.
All right.
So there's 3 guys out there still.
Wait. What happened to Sam's character?
I was going to 11.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right. So Zakaria is taking cover behind the stairwell or wherever is the most prominent, and gonna pop on his comm link and see if he can do a matrix search to try and see if they're like broad scope matrix search around the area just to see if he can detect anybody like coming around the side or anything like that.
Okay, that's a computer check.
Yeah.
Computer and intuition.
Can't believe you're a mage who's a decker
I
without
got
cyberware. It's
I got
awesome.
The skills. I got the skills. I got 3 hits. That's my limit.
You're not picking up anybody extra coming around the side, but you're definitely picking up the nodes for the people you're combating outside.
All right. I can't put marks on them because I don't actually have a deck, but
No.
I'm just gonna relay the information on as to where they're at and what kind of equipment they have pinging off of them.
Okay. You are getting you're getting wireless. All their weapons or have wireless active. They'll have comm links that you can reasonably you can kind of reason out these would seemingly be their comm links by a method of deduction.
Right.
So you relay that to the guys. Anything else?
I figure that's my action. So
Okay.
just ducking and covering and doing that. I'm not a combat guy.
Neither am I. Yeah, Loki's off doing something else apparently too. All right.
Yep.
What about when we end up fighting the terrors that go bump in the night?
I
All
will
right.
create alchemical formulas to aid you, but I don't have them on me right now.
That's
Okay.
why
Very upset.
Well, that's
Go
what I have
Strauss.
spells like. That's
Go
what I have
Strauss.
spells like napalm for.
Strauss is up.
They've been shooting at my brothers, so in my head, since someone mana linked me without my consent, you guys hear a scream in your brain as I yell out physically, "Oh, hell no!" And the next words out of my mouth are, "Die!" And
Well-
I throw my hands forward and I cast a mana ball over the 3 trolls. I'm going to use Edge to push the limit.
I'm sorry, I should have been more clear. You can only accept it if you want. It's a voluntary spell. You don't have to accept my mind land.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't have to accept it. It's a very benevolent spell.
I have 11 hits.
Oh boy. All right. This is
You're
what
back.
straight willpower
Yep.
resist.
Yep.
All right. First, let's roll.
Drain's not a problem.
Let me roll for my guys here.
No one shoots at the elder brothers.
How many hits do you get, Sam?
11.
Who's
So I
got the
rolled
keyboard on?
6. I rolled 6 as a murder.
Yeah, we're hearing massive keystrokes.
That's me. Sorry.
Oh, now we know what the keystroke bandit is. All right, so he took that, and that's just straight up physical damage, right? Looter just.
And it was mana ball, not mana bolt.
Oh no, I know. They're all just, but the leader himself. It's his physical damage.
Yeah, it's physical damage.
Okay. So, with that, the troll holding the HK227 and the troll holding the Defiance, they both suddenly, their bodies just twitch and convulse as blood comes out their nose and their ears and their eyes, and they just fall over. The individual holding the Mossberg, he buckles, and some blood comes out of his ear, but he stays on his feet. He stays standing. All right. It's a new round. Oh yeah, I'm not new round. I'm sorry. We roll back around.
Yep, new initiative pass.
Yep. So, Osak goes first on what is now 17.
Oh, isn't it? No, it would be Josh on 18.
You went full defense.
Yeah, we'll full defense, so I'm on 8 now.
Yep,
Okay.
sure is.
How many guys are left?
Just the leader. Your Strauss just manaballed him. So, two of them went down. 2 of the trolls went down, and the one toughest one obviously took some damage as blood came out his ears. But he's still standing with his Mossberg.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him.
Roll to hit.
I got 4 hits.
Let's see here. I have 2 successes.
All right, so that's 14p minus 4 AP.
Oh boy. Okay.
Which one did you just shoot?
The leader.
Which was
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's I forgot my take aim extra die, so that's actually 15B.
Okay, that was the guy with the Mossberg that
Okay.
lit up the post that you're behind. And with that, shot comes out of your rifle, hits the troll right in the chest as he flies off his feet and is dead on his back now.
Damn, I wanted him. Okay.
All right, combat's over.
So they're all down now?
Yeah.
Fuckers.
So, Jared,
Yes.
Strauss is going to walk down and wipe away the signature from the Mana Bolt and the other spell effects that were fired off around the area.
All right, you walk down. You scrub your signature from astral space.
Mine and my brother's.
And can you scrub someone else's? I guess you can.
I think so.
I believe so.
Yeah, so sure. Okay. Make me a so you don't make me a thing. You actually start hearing a buzz, buzz, and you look up and a drone flies down from above. And it drops some kind of a heavy object that just falls and just hits the ground.
Grenade.
Move. Actually,
I run
can we
back
make?
inside.
Jared,
You all scram and run. It doesn't explode.
I was gonna
Uh,
say I wanted to make a perception check before I ran.
Make a perception check.
Receiving.
Okay.
I'll be right back,
Dwarf
guys.
Amazon.
5.
It looks like a brick with some paper rubber banded to it.
Okay. So I will walk up and grab the brick and look at the paper.
On the paper, it says the Night Thrashers are pushing the Elder Boys out. Have a nice day.
All right. So
As
I
call
walk
from
inside.
I call from inside the house. What's it say?
I walk inside to where the rest of the brothers are. I'm like, brothers, can everyone gather around?
Alright.
And once everyone's there, I go, who the fuck pissed off these guys?
I immediately point over to Osak.
Yeah, I'm looking right at him.
Probably me.
Osak, I thought you didn't operate in this area of town.
I don't. But you know what? I wouldn't rule me out.
Well, not every troll hates you like you hate them. There's got to be
Well,
something
maybe they
else going
should.
on. All right.
All
I
right.
get it, brother. You're their worst enemy. It's fine. We can deal with that. The question is why?
Mm.
Why are they targeting us? Like, is there something I don't remember from us being kids? Did we fuck with these guys at some point?
I don't remember.
Let's hear. Osak, you're the only one here that's in a gang right now, right?
Yep.
Well,
Do you have any contacts to see maybe there's something to do with our history? Like maybe their new head honcho hates us because we beat him up as a kid or something. I don't know.
Does anybody have gangs as a knowledge skill, or like
Yes.
Josh is saying, gang contacts to call?
I actually have a Halloweener as a contact.
Well, just go ahead and do what you guys want to do with your contacts and your knowledge rolls.
I'm going to go outside and collect the comm links off of these people.
What was the thing that dropped from the drone again?
A brick with a piece of paper on it.
A what?
A brick with a piece of paper, ergo note.
What was on the note?
The Thrashers are pushing the Elder Boys out. They call us out by name.
All right. I'm gonna call up my contact.
Who is your contact?
He is known as the Headless Horseman. He's a Halloweener.
And what is the connection rating?
Connection rating is 3.
And loyalty is what?
4.
All right, so you're tight with this guy.
Yeah.
All right. He picks up his comlink and says, "This is Headless. Oh, suck, bro. What's going on?"
Nothing much. They're just hanging out at my mum's funeral, and we got attacked by a bunch of night thrashers. Just wanted to know if you know anything about them that you could tell me, because apparently they got some kind of vendetta against me and me brothers.
Oh, the Thrashers are bad news. They're a paramilitary troll gang. If you've got night thrashers knocking down your door, you've got nothing but fights coming. Did you do something to piss them off?
Just like there's like an awkward amount of silence, and it's like, I don't think so.
Well, tell you what. Let me do some digging. Let me call you back. I'm gonna go ask around and see if there's some reason the night thrashers would be giving you guys problems.
But I
Let me get back with
appreciate it.
All right, let's get together. Let's go have some drinks, okay?
All right, I can be done with that.
All right. It's good talking to you, Osak. Let's get together. All right, talk to you later.
So he hangs up. I'm like, brothers, this has been one crazy wild day. We've got 3 separate things going on. The Thrashers want to kick our ass. We've got a buddy from the past that needs our help deal with corporate espionage, and our mom has been turned into a vampire.
I mean, seems like a normal Tuesday to me, but
What
And I have to go
fuck
grade
have you been
papers.
And
Must be Tuesday.
has anyone else seen what's going on in this house? I mean, things just seem getting worse and worse. Strauss, I mean, you always think something bad's going on, but is this worse than normal?
No. It's just what happens.
Okay. So,
Out of
from here, what
character.
I want to do is, I mean, you can roleplay some more if you want to here, but I have a place I want to push this forward to because it's getting late and we haven't left the house yet.
Just out of character, I'm trying to bring back up that you guys have realized the background count's getting worse in the house. My character is not sensed yet. You guys have. Just FYI.
Yeah, it's getting later in the day. It's going to be dark soon.
Okay. So, next several days go by. You guys attend the funeral. At the funeral, you guys actually see night thrashers standing off in the distance, giving you guys the evil eye, visually taunting you. They don't step in the funeral itself and cause anything, but they go out of their way to stand off in the distance and just make absolutely sure they see you. In fact, some of the night thrashers actually carry signs that says, "Oh, God hates the elder boys." Yeah, they
Alright,
carry a lot
so
of signs like "God hates the elder boys."
They got AR
whoever-
signs.
Yes.
whoever is closest to me sees me like kind of like my eye twitches and like I'm getting that telltale sign of like I'm about to drop a spell on them.
So I'm
is
sitting
Butcher
next to
with them?
you, and I'm doing the same thing. No one disrespects Ma.
So,
Didn't we bury
so
Mom in the
rich.
backyard, though?
Fusion spell.
I mean,
We did,
correct me
but we
if I'm
still
wrong.
have a funeral.
Now, here's the thing. Is Butcher with them?
yes,
I'll
Butcher
walk over to
is with them,
I'll walk over
and
to him.
this is right now, like in the middle of
It's in the middle of
the actual
service, dude.
service.
Well,
I
I'll
mean-
wait until after the service is done.
Well, okay. You wait, the service is done, and then they take their signs down, and at this point they were off a bit, so they were about 50 meters off. And once you guys start to disperse, they go to get inside their van.
I walk over towards him and wave at him.
Okay, so they start driving away, and what are you trying to say there, James?
I wanted to use artisan and forgery to draw a likeness in AR of their leader receiving a dutiful amount of pleasure from an ancient.
I don't think you need forgery for that
well,
one, dude.
Oh my
I
God.
think it's more that the ancient is deriving pleasure from the night hunter. But
I'll-
I'm gonna blare that about 3 stories high in AR in front of their van as they're taking off.
I want want some kind of a skill roll. I want to really appreciate the skillfulness of your
I'm glad you asked. Because I do have artisan. And I'll go ahead. You know what? I might even spend an edge on this.
In a couple days, why not?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and spend an edge. This is amazing. I got 5 hits.
Role playing is the best.
It's animated and everything.
You're muted, Jared.
Thanks. Yeah. In AR, you create the most fantastic representation of their leader getting a dutiful amount of pleasure from one of the ancients. Or was it the leader of the ancients, or just a generic ancient?
A generic ancient receiving pleasure from their gang.
Oh, being a receiving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Receiving. Oh no. Yeah, he's definitely on the receiving end from the ancients.
Oh, this is all very specific. Okay. Yes. So that boy, I wasn't even planning on really turning this into a whole scene. All right.
Well,
boy,
it's not
so
over
with
yet.
that.
It's not over yet.
Okay. Well,
They're driving. They're trying to drive away while I'm trying to wave to them.
Yes.
This is not going to fly. And so I always maintain my masking, but my eyes light up a little bit with that pale glow that I get when I speak to those denizens on the other side. And I call out, we're in Seattle, right? Right? We're in Seattle?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I call out to the most powerful spirit I'm aware of in Seattle.
Oh, Jesus.
Kurt Cobain?
No.
Lucas Ramon?
Nope. I shout and I whisper, Jimmy, hear me. I am going to summon the Force 10 spirit of man of Jimi Hendrix.
Oh dear.
Summoning a Force 10 spirit.
Yeah, I'm going to use Edge to push the limit.
Just say, because if you don't absorb all the drain, it's physical.
I know.
Uh-oh. We're going to have a second funeral, guys.
Sam's here.
Seriously.
You're going to need more Sams.
Gonna need more Sams.
We're gonna need another Timmy.
Do you ever really need more Sams? Isn't one really enough?
I
Not
only
according to
got
Sam.
one success.
Well, it's looking good so far. So hold on a second, because, well, give you an idea. I had to sort them out, but yeah.
All right.
So give me a second to finish rolling this.
I will believe almost anything. I one time literally rolled six-siders, and they all came up 6. I mean,
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
I did the
Six,
math
six.
on that. I mean, that was 66666. I think it was. I did the math on that. It is a highly unlikely roll.
I have 11 hits.
Oh, I only had 1 hit, so that's 10 hits.
Okay, and now I'm going to have to resist the drain. Use Edge for that, too.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Drain of 2.
Wow. It only took session 2 for Sam to start playing God with his summoning
Yep.
abilities.
Is it only 2? Is it only
That
2?
didn't take long at
I
all.
Yeah.
only got 1 success.
Oh, so it is only 2, isn't it? I won't push the limit then.
Yeah. All right. So
Oh yeah, I got like
assume
6 hits.
your spirit manifests. So this spirit of Jimi Hendrix, right?
Yeah.
Was it right? Of
Mhm.
Jimi Hendrix manifests.
And I whisper via our connection to Jimmy to use his movement power to slow the van down by 11 stages.
All right.
Movement
Well,
power.
Why didn't you just ask me to shoot one of the tires out?
We're at
At
Mom's
the
funeral.
Well, simultaneously as that happens, the big AR show that Zakaria puts up appears, and everyone sees it in their AR. And the van looks like it was about to turn around on you guys when that pops up, but then they start turning very slowly, and the van kind of creeps to a real slow crawl, and then the guys are like, "What the?" And the van stops, and the trolls pile out of the van, and there's 5 trolls now standing at this point, we'll say about 40 meters away from you guys.
Richard, we need
And
to
one of
talk.
them's their leader, right?
I'll say 40 meters, that actually might be a bit, because a meter is about And the
3
yard are
feet.
about the same. Right, it's about a
Yeah.
yard. So actually, no, 40 meters is fine. Yeah. So yeah, they get out of the van, and they are all eyeballing you guys. And
I'm still walking towards him.
Oh boy, I'll walk with him.
Hey Tom, let's go
So
talk
should
to
I
these boys.
not drop a napalm on them?
they start walking forward to you. 5 trolls. You can
Butcher, one of
see.
them.
You can see sunlight glinting on the considerable amount of chrome they have between them. Some have chromed out arms. They're almost all certainly carrying firearms under their jackets.
How many
And/or
how many people are at the funeral?
there were about 8 people besides you guys. Your all's mom didn't know a lot of people late in her life. She was kind of cooped up a bit. So there were just 8 people besides you all. Brandon was there. He's one of the people that kind of knew your all's mom a bit. And as you guys talk a bit there at the funeral, Brandon clarifies that he knows he knows a bit about the situation with the other lawyer because he actually checked in on your all's mom some.
Hey, Jared.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to retcon something here real quick.
What's that?
You jumped straight ahead a couple of days to the funeral, right?
Yeah.
We can't do that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We got something to do midnight of the night that we
Oh
announced.
God! I just totally forgot about that. Right.
Well, here's the thing.
So-
just move the meet up to this night at midnight, assuming that they would have to sit on the dude for a couple of days to let the heat cool down.
Yeah, that
That's
works
possible.
for me.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, that'll work.
See, problem solved. In the meantime, you said Butcher was with these guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they walk up to you guys. You two walking down to them, and so at about the middle mark, about 20 meters away, and from where the actual burial was, you guys walk up to each other, and Butcher looks
Hey,
at you
Butcher.
guys and says, "Yeah." Butcher says, "Strauss, no,
What's up,
it's
man?
too bad, man. You guys gotta leave the neighborhood.
No,
You
we
guys
ain't
gotta
leaving
leave
that.
that house."
We ain't leaving the house, man. There are things in that house that will get out if we're gone.
Yeah, well, money talks, bro, and
Butcher,
night.
Butcher, we go back, man. We're from the neighborhood, and I know my brother's an asshole, but not you, Tom. But
Oi!
but he's still my brother, and the dead guys are the dead guys, man. There's no sense in this getting any worse than it already is. I'll tell you what. Let's just do this smart because the stars are almost right, man. The day is coming when the older things are gonna walk out of the ocean, and it's better that we be fighting shoulder to shoulder against what's coming than we be sitting here spilling blood in the streets.
You are a crazy son of a bitch. I do like you, but
Well,
it
look,
doesn't
man,
matter.
It does
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
And I reach
No.
out with my thoughts and I tell Jimi Hendrix to manifest. I said, Jimmy's
And
always-
when
always
Jimmy
nearby.
manifests, they all get that kind of look on their face that people get when a spirit just manifests like that.
Look, man. Look. Here's the thing. I'm not the most powerful of the elder brothers. But I'm the one who's going to talk to you and make this go away peacefully. Or I'm the crazy fragger who conjures you back from the dead after you've fallen to, make you suffer. So why don't we be friends? Because being enemies is a bad idea, man.
Butcher looks at you and he says, "Sorry, chummer. Somebody wants you guys gone."
I
sorry.
speak out when I hear that, and I'm like, who wants us gone?
Somebody with enough creds to give the Night Thrashers all the support that we need. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm just doing you
No.
a favor
But is it
because
enough?
we go
But
back
is it
a long
enough
way.
money to bury all your night thrashers that are going to fall just trying to make that happen, because it ain't going to happen.
Butcher.
You know, I grew up with you older boys, and you guys were so high and mighty with your own little gang you had going on. I think maybe this is my time to take you boys down a peg or two.
So out of
I'm gonna-
character, I've been watching
I'm
a little
gonna-
too much Daredevil, but I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
walk up
miss
and
you,
tell him
Butcher.
this.
I really am. I'm gonna miss you, man.
I walk up to Butcher, and I'm like, you remember what they used to call us when we had our little gang before I got hauled away by Ares? I was the demon of
Yeah.
Polyupa. Do you want me
No,
to
you
really bring
aren't.
that back again?
Who called you that?
Look, we don't have to do this right now.
No, Butcher,
Yeah.
we need to settle this right now, man. We can be friends or we can not be friends. But I don't know what I'd do if we weren't friends anymore.
I just don't think that I could bear it.
There's no room on the street, chummer, for friends. Sorry. Look, we just thought we'd come here and mess with you a bit. Maybe you'd do something stupid. But one way or another, we're going to get you out of the neighborhood. Look, just me telling you this, that's just me doing you a solid, and your mom was a nice woman. I had nothing against her personally. It's kind of mean, but you know what? It's too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad, Butcher. I'm gonna miss you, man.
Boys, get back in the van. We're getting out of here.
Brothers.
We'll settle this later.
All right, cool. Brothers, stop and let him go. Jared,
They walk away.
when they
Yes.
get in the van, I look at Tom and I say, 6 seconds, and just let me say a couple of things before you do anything else, okay? Just keep the other boys under control for a moment.
But you're letting them walk back to the van, which is more than I would have done. So
When they get in the van and start to drive off, I look at Jimmy and I send a little mental command to him to use another service. Jimi Hendrix is going to trigger Force 11 accident power on these guys as they drive off.
Okay. Now, are you trying to time it to where like they'll hit the intersection of traffic, or they'll
Yes.
just kind of like hit a
Yeah,
tree?
we're just going to make this an unfortunate accident.
Okay. All right. So you have them as they're pulling out into a major intersection. They're pulling out, and Jimmy uses his power, and suddenly the driver goes all fumbly, and he just drives right into traffic, and then a Ford AmeriCar from one direction, and a
cement truck.
Oh, I was actually gonna say, oh, okay, sure, yeah, and a cement truck coming from the other direction. Somehow
They're trolls. It's got to be
he
big.
drives in the wrong place, and it's just like wham, massive wreck occurs, and boy, it's pretty horrific actually. Bodies are ejected. There's cement everywhere. Just a massive horrific wreck happens in near intersection. Bloody screams. People are screaming. It's actually quite horrific.
I look at
But you likely killed or killed mostly all of those trolls and some more people.
I look at Tom and I say, we should go render some aid. And I'm going to go assist any of the
That's
survivors.
a good idea. I got aid loaded and packed right here.
And do any of you, Madigan, do any of you guys have heal as a spell?
Yes.
I do.
Okay.
I think
No.
I do.
So
No,
you
actually-
can actually render magic. Okay, so all right.
I don't.
Wait.
So you guys
As
go
they're-
render magic. So you
as-
guys go over. I'm sorry, James. Go ahead.
As they're walking away, I'm gonna kind of look over at Osak and hold up one of the Night Hunters comics that I picked up a couple days earlier, and say, "Boy, I guess you could say he got rammed really hard." And I'm gonna upload the image using that guy's comlink to Shadowland or whatever the equivalent is. I'm just gonna
Jack
upload
Point.
it. Jack Point. I'm gonna upload it to Jack Point and be like, "Someone got rammed today." Using the Night Hunters comlink instead of my own.
All right, nice. All right, so you post that. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys go render aid. You do all that. Well, later on
I want to
today,
save the people who aren't the gangers.
right, yeah. So you take care of that whole situation. Now
And then
later on,
wipe our astral signature afterwards and disappear.
right. So later on in the day, And just as I was saying before, Brandon explains, like, he didn't say it quite right earlier. He actually knew your mom a little bit, checked in on her sometimes, and just through some various circumstances, knew who the lawyer was, and kind of had some information about this. No, it is true, they do drink together at some bars. He knew about this just more from being a friend of your mom's who checked in sometimes, and just that stuff. So I just wanted to clarify on that, so it didn't sound so super weird. Probably still sounds weird. But with that, he informs you that the reading of the will is today, 1 hour after the funeral. So you guys, after the funeral, go to the lawyer's office. And when you guys walk in, Constance, the caretaker from the house, from your mom, she's also in there. And the lawyer's in there. And he stands up and says, "Good, everyone's here. I'm very sorry. I failed to inform you. I was sure that my assistant sent out all the notifications. I assure you it was not on purpose."
We're
Don't
actually
feel,
missing one of our brothers.
don't feel bad. The lizard men have been trying to intercept our mail for years.
Everyone make me a con roll.
Con roll?
Conroe.
I can do that.
Oh, I got you.
As opposed to my judge intentions.
I got 3 hits.
Sebastian.
one.
Okay, Sebastian couldn't show up for a legitimate reason, and
I got 1 hit.
Then we're missing
So-
2 brothers.
okay.
Yep.
Unless you want Sebastian. I'm always kind of wishy-washy
5.
on if my character should be here or not. But anyways,
Yeah.
all right, cool. So 5.
Scotty will definitely roll up if this is the reading of the. He will miss the funeral, but he will definitely roll up if he thinks he's getting some money.
All right, yeah, I guess
So
Sebastian.
now the long lost brother shows up.
Okay, so on something like this, if I rolled 4 successes on con and someone got 4 successes on the defense, that
I had
means
5.
I'd have to get. That means I need 1. I'm just doing an example. I'd have to get that would be 0 net successes, right?
It
So
said- So what would happen is it sets the limit. So yeah, the attacker fails. Defender wins by default.
no, right, yeah. So, and I guess I'm gonna say Loki's here too. So anyways, though, I'll just roll for him. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. So anyone really, since he got 4, anyone that got 4 successes or more, you would know this dude's lying. This dude's
Right.
acting fishy.
He is. a lawyer.
So yeah. So he sees you all and says, "Well, have a seat, and we'll begin the reading." So
About 5 minutes into his reading, Scotty will definitely come in through the door. Not even like knocking. He'll just be like, throw it open, be like, "What up, bitches? Sorry I'm late. Things got real. You know, it happens." And he just plops down in one of the chairs and he has his sunglasses and he just kind of like sets them down a little bit.
oh, you're that brother. Okay.
And you just see him start like playing with his cyber hand, like flicking out the different blades.
Sebastian's just like, of course.
Yo, what up, Seb?
All right. And the lawyer says,
Seb.
"With that, it's nice to have you here, sir." See, he reads through the and now I will commence with the reading of the will. And he reads through it, and he says, "Your mother did not have a whole lot,
Jared,
but what
Well-
she did, yeah,
when he starts doing that, because I got 5 hits in my con roll, I'm actually going to, because I know he did this before, lean over to Zach and be like, "Can you connect our minds again?"
Yes, I prepared it. I was not anticipating him to show up. I kind of glance over at Scotty with that one. Who do you want to connect?
As many of us as possible.
All right, I'll do my best.
he says as you're doing that, he says your mother, and at a later point in her life, actually gained possession of the manor from the bank, your mother also did not have a lot of money, but she had some. And your mother has willed all of this to her caretaker Constance.
Jared, so when he says that, James, how many did you get enough successes?
I got everybody but Sebastian and Scotty in that.
Okay. So he says that, and because I got 5 hits to resist his con, I go, everybody, he is lying to us. Can anyone probe his mind to find the truth? And that's mental,
oh,
right? No one hears
But
it.
I actually was not in that, so I did not hear that.
Yeah, Sebastian wouldn't.
I'm sorry, because I got 5 hits. So that's 1, 2, 3. I got
Don't
Osak
forget
and myself.
Cameron.
Yeah. So I couldn't get Scotty E or Sebastian in on that.
Jared,
Yes.
I have a silly thing I need to do. I'm going to take and let the brothers focus on their suspicions for a moment. The caretaker is here.
Yes.
What time is it again during the day?
It's currently 4 p.m.
I'm going to do. I'm going to take a moment and observe in detail via my astral perception of the caretaker.
Make me that a sensing check.
While he's doing that, Scotty's like, the fuck? No, she didn't.
And I'm going to use edge to push the limit.
Yeah, he sits up real proper and like.
He says, "Please, sir, language like that is not necessary."
What did the guy just say, Jared?
Understand. I'm sorry. What, Chris?
What did the guy just tell us?
The
That
caretaker got everything.
he said that later in life, your mother had finally paid off and
Got in the
taken
house and didn't have much else.
Yeah, and so your mother has willed ownership of the house and a small sum of money. I'm not sure if I said this part before. A small sum of 30,000 nuyen to the caretaker Constance. And when he says that Constance she goes, "Oh!" No, everyone make me a con roll again.
Oh.
Yeah.
5 hits again?
Hold on.
3.
I got 4.
Wow, you guys actually have cons. That's wonderful. I got 2 hits.
She is not a very good actress. She is not really surprised by this one bit.
You'll excuse me if I want to see a copy of that will and that signature.
Oh, of course, sir. And he turns around a paper document to you, and he says, "Here," and it's a it's a document with a signature. It's a piece of paper.
I'm gonna scan it. I'm gonna scan it with my pocket secretary to get an image of it.
Oh, you're so 3rd edition.
While he's doing that,
Link, whatever.
I'm gonna Zakiria is gonna use his forgery skill to take a look at it and make sure that it's legit.
Make me a roll on the forgery. On forgery.
Yeah. Oh, holy balls! Okay, hold on a second. I think I might hit my limit on this. 7 hits.
Yeah, this thing is what's the right word I'm looking for? A lot of fuckery at play here. A lot of fuckery.
So I start
fraudulent. The other F word, fraudulent. Yeah.
Yeah. So Zachary is looking at it. It's like, I kind of like, as an aside to the brothers, like, I used to write our doctor's notes and things for when we wanted to skip school. So I know Mom's handwriting pretty well. She always used to do an extra little loop on the E's, and that's gone here.
I assure you, sir. I assure you, this is a document of integrity, and if you are insinuating that there is some kind of chicanery at work here, I am
not
very
insinuating
offended.
anything. You're full of horse shit.
Sir, how long did you say you worked for our mother?
I provided services for your mother in the last 2 years of her life.
Last 2 years. And brothers, have any of you heard of this jackass before?
Nope.
And we're meeting him after sundown, right?
No.
No, it's
Oh.
4
No, it's
p.m.
the afternoon.
Jared,
Okay,
I
because
have
I was gonna say,
Jared with pushing the limit. I have 11 hits on my sensing roll.
And describe to me again what the information you were trying to get.
I'm looking over the details of the
Those are-
auras of these two people.
So they can
Observing
oppose
in
with
detail.
masking. Yeah. If they have
Neither of them are awakened. Their
Are either of them
emotional
infected with the human metahuman vampire virus?
No. Both of them are in a very excited emotional state. Neither of them have cyberware. I'm not sure what else you would glean from a mundane.
They're in a room with 7 very dangerous men. I can't imagine why they would be upset.
Are they lying?
Would you know that from a sensing?
I think so.
Yeah.
They're massively lying.
Okay.
They're lying so hard, like, I'm not sure what lies look like in astral space, but you just see the physical lies manifest in astral space.
Okay. I drop my masking for a moment so that my aura flares a little bit, and I whisper into the astral plane for Jimmy to join us.
You want him to join you on the astral plane or join you physically?
No, I want him to manifest right next to me.
So Jimmy, Hendrix manifests there in the lawyer's office.
Oh dear.
Jimmy appears, and the lawyer says, what is this?
This
And
is
Constance,
the
the
powerful
caretaker,
spirit you have ever seen in your life. Let me explain this in very clear and concise terms. Mom taught us not to lie. So I'm going to let you know right now. If you don't stop this, everything that we do after this is going to hurt badly.
And
We know you're lying. No. Before
I assure you, sir. And the woman Constance backs up, and she looks very scared, and she's like, "Don't hurt us."
Oh no! You don't
Hey,
understand.
Jared,
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Force 6 Mind Probe on the girl.
Make me that funky roll. What am I gonna? I'm gonna resist with like willpower plus logic or intuition, probably.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I can just.
Scotty, when Jimmy shows up, Scotty's like, "Oh shit, you're in trouble now."
Jared,
He
I'm
brought
gonna
a
have
rock
Jimmy use his influence power to persuade the attorney to tell the truth.
Okay,
I'm gonna use a point of edge to reroll my failures.
I only got 1 hit to resist what Chris is doing.
Be right back.
Okay.
You only got 1 hit?
I had a completely other scenario in play for how you guys are going to resolve this. Like, I thought you'd go through the meeting and then tonight you'd do something. No, just do it now.
Okay, well, here's the good news and the bad news. The good news is I succeeded. The bad news is I rolled really, really crappy. So all I'm going to get is I can read this target's surface thoughts.
And which one is your target?
The girl.
Her surface thoughts are that, oh my god, I'm so close to getting everything. What the hell is happening right now?
I ask. We're all aware that he cast the mind probe, right?
I don't know if you would. Oh, but you're psychically linked. So if you're mind netted, yes.
Okay. I will say out loud to Sebastian, since he's not part of the golden-tongued brother. You think you can get our mom's wonderful caretaker to talk a little bit more about her relationship with the mother and this gentleman? I say with as much contempt as possible. Because
I'm sorry. You're addressing who right now? I'm sorry.
I say it to Sebastian.
Oh, okay.
Because metagaming here that are out of character, I know that a person with manipulation skills can use them to draw out surface thoughts with mind probe, if they are.
Oh yeah.
focused
Let
enough.
me pull up. Yeah, Sebastian. Pull up the old character sheet here.
I think it's a con roll actually to get them
I
to.
mean, I've got the spell Compel Truth. I've
well, there's that
got
too.
yeah, I've got Compel Truth. I've got that matters here. I've got Mind Probe, Alter Memory, Compel Truth, Control Thoughts, Influence. I tell you what, Sebastian says, brothers, just tell me what to do. Use me as a mental scalpel.
Hey, Blue,
Guide me.
turn on the recorder on your comm link. Jared, the attorney, the influence spell to force him to influence him to tell the truth has 10 hits.
Okay, I'm sure I get a resistance like the stat.
Willpower
two
plus
stats.
logic.
Wait, before he turns the recorder on, I kind of put my hand up for a second and say over the mind net, I'll remind you that magic coercion is not sustainable in court of law.
Who said anything about the court of law? This is the elder court.
Fair enough. And
I feel like there should be like
Zakiria just
go
kind
ahead.
of like rubs his hands and kind of leans, sits back a little bit.
Yeah, so there's the compelled truth and there's influence. I was just about to look up influence and just kind of see just how well that would work as a kind of a compelled truth type thing. Oh, if I would just hit the right thing, maybe I'd find it. Hearing somebody back there with a whole bunch of bonk, 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 bonk. Can someone help me find? I just want to read that influence power there. Having just a fantastic.
You want me to find it?
Oh yeah, I mean, oh there we go. I just found it. Sorry to stop the game to look this up, but I like to read it just to see.
Sorry
All
about
right,
that.
the spell implanted suggestion. So what is your so yeah? I want to hear the wording of the suggestion because it's not really a truth spell; it's a suggestion.
Right.
Also, remember that the duration is based on the hits in minutes.
For the spirit power.
Oh, for the spirit power, I don't know. Sorry, I was thinking of the mage spell. Sorry.
Okay. Well, anyways, what's your word? That's a suggestion for me again.
That he needs to tell the truth when we ask him questions.
All right, fair enough. It's like 10 hits. All right. So so use the power, and then start talking to him. Then after the power is used.
Yep.
Oh, he needs to start. Okay, so just give me your questions again for him to answer. Start talking to him.
Why are you lying to us?
I'm lying to you because she came to me with a plan. And Constance goes, "You son of a bitch!" And she runs over to him and just starts hitting him and smacking him. She goes, "You shut your mouth. He's lying. He's lying."
Restrain her. What was the plan she provided you? What was the plan she put before you?
We were gonna alter the documents of your mother's will, and but you got 10 hits, and it lasts for like 10 minutes. You said?
Yep.
All right. I should look at this because the person gets to. I think they get to overcome this. They roll every round to try and overcome this.
It says specifically, if the target is confronted with the wrongness of the suggestion, the subject can make a willpower test. A second.
To overcome it the same way mental manipulations
can.
Yeah, so logic plus willpower. So basically, within a few rounds, he's going to fight this off. Okay.
Yeah, well, he can try.
You can recast it, but he'll whittle away at it with his successes. Is my point.
Yeah, well, it's still a lot of successes.
Well, let's make sure.
That's fine. I don't want to.
For every net hit he gets, he reduces it by 1. So he still has to get net hits against a 10.
Oh, net hits again. All right, so I was just trying to really figure out what the difference between this and compel the truth is, but it doesn't matter. So he says, she was gonna give me 100,000 nuyen, and we were gonna change the documents, and then she would get the house, and she would get the inheritance.
Are you afraid of
She's-
us?
I'm very afraid of you.
Would you like me to curse you so that you can no longer lie ever again?
No, please don't do that.
Because then I'll take
You
you
would become
before,
a terrible lawyer at that point.
because then I'll take you before the bar association and we'll just let you talk.
Constance looks at you and says, "You know you're a stupid idiot, right? You should have left well enough alone."
I turn over to her. I'm like,
Jazz,
What do
if
you
she
have to say
talks
for
again, Jazz, if she talks again, rip her tongue out and wipe your ass with it.
I
Okay,
turn.
her eyes get really big and she looks at you when you say that, and then she lowers her head.
I look back at the attorney and I say,
Don't call me that, brother.
I'm sorry, Blue. If she talks again, rip her tongue out and wipe your ass with it.
I walk up to her. I just stare down at her.
I look back at the attorney and I say, where are the original documents?
I'll get them for you. And
Where are the original documents?
they're in a little safe behind a false panel on this wall here.
What is the combination to the safe?
It's not a combination safe, it's a biometric safe.
Are you going to try to trick us with some type of alarm or weapon when you open the safe to trigger some type of assistance?
I thought about it, but I'm not going to now.
Why is that?
I'm scared of you.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to ask you. Do you feel that would probably be best in your best long-term interests, in the interest of your, continued existence, to destroy these false documents, cover up the evidence of your malfeasance, and present the actual true will so that we can actually get this done? Do you feel that's a wise course of action?
Yes, yes, I do.
What do you feel we
I-
should do about your cohort in crime?
I feel about her. I don't really feel anything about her. She's probably, I don't really have any feelings about her.
Uh-huh. Do you have a gun in this office?
I do.
Where is it?
It's in my drawer here in my desk.
Okay. Sebastian, can you get that for me?
Sure. Just walks over, pulls the drawer open. Ah, must be this Ruger Warhawk right here.
Very
Here we
nice.
go.
Would you mind unloading that for me?
Sure, no problem.
Hey, Tom, can you
Open
lock
up.
the door?
Take them
Sure.
Okay.
And Zacarias says, "Wait, oh, you mean remove the bullets?" Yes.
Yes. Hey, Zach, if you wouldn't mind, when he goes to unlock the safe, if you would just make sure that there's nothing in there that he's trying to manipulate other than retrieve the documents we need.
Yes, I will.
Wait, I think he said to Zach, right?
Zach.
Oh, I'm so used to him summoning Zach De La Roca.
Oh, okay. It's true. It's true.
I'm
That's
sorry.
And I thought he was confusing spirits also. My
No.
bad.
I'm going to slide a ring onto my middle finger and intone the catalog spell.
Oh, that's
On the
genius, dude. I love that. Elias,
Yep.
if he screams, knock his jaw off.
You're asking me to do that?
Yeah. Because I know you have hidden reservoirs of strength the likes of which he can't even possibly imagine.
And
I do?
and Scotty looks over. This is like, yo, I got the hand, bro. I got just.
Yeah.
You're
Let
gonna
Scotty do it.
Scotty,
says-
you're going to do the castration.
The
Oh,
lawyer
oh,
says,
yeah.
I won't do anything. I promise. I'm just going to turn around.
Retrieve
I'm
the
just going to
documents.
push. I'm just going to push on the wall here. The panel slides open. He kneels down. He puts his palm on the front of the safe, and psh, the safe opens. You don't see him do anything funny in there. He reaches in, pulls out a folder, and he says, and he looks real nervous. He's kind of shaking, you know. And he says, "Here are the original documents right here. We can complete this. We can complete the meeting, and I will read from the appropriate documents."
Where else is this recorded?
There are digital copies of this also in my
Email
files.
Email that to the following email addresses.
Okay.
I got 5 hits on catalog, by the way. So
That. Tell me again what catalog does.
So catalog will give me a comprehensive itemized list of all non-living items within the area of the spell. And for certain objects, I have to beat the object resistance threshold as well. So 5 hits should get past a significant amount of stuff.
Okay. So I guess that really comes into play later when you try and remember stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna like kind of be using my other, like once I get it, I'm gonna start just writing it down in my AR.
Awesome. Okay. So you do that. So if we can continue now, I guess, with the proper documents.
Do you have any intention of attempting to subvert the legitimacy of this particular will?
I do not.
Why are you so nervous about this particular will?
I'm not nervous about the will. I'm nervous about what you guys are going to do.
Okay, what do you think we're going to do to you?
You could have a spirit break every bone in my body.
That's
For
an interesting
starters.
idea. Tom, what do you think about that idea?
Yeah, if he keeps, making things difficult for us, yeah.
I won't, I promise. He gives
Scotty.
out the documents.
Scotty
Okay.
pipes up and said, "Yo, you also said I could like cut his nuts off."
Please, sir, please. Just let me read the documents, please. He says, he reads through them, and he says, and the house and the inheritance of 30,000 nuyen go to all of her surviving sons. That would be all of you. You are
And
now all in full ownership of the Elder Manor in Puyala.
Then where were you going to get the 100,000 nuyen that the caretaker promised you?
From Constance herself, and he points at her, and she says, "Believe me, this is not a sweater you want to unravel."
What did
Oh,
I
but
just
so
tell
love
you?
pulling those threads.
What did I just tell you?
Here, lady, stick out your tongue.
No, 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 no! And she backs up against the wall and starts like fighting you off, while trying to more like swatting at your hands. She says,
Okay.
"Do you want to know? Do you want to know or not?"
Yes, we want to know the truth. Don't make us drag it out of you. Because trust me, you don't want to taste that ass.
Hey, Jared, I start taking my coat off and I put it over the back of the chair. I crack my knuckles and stuff. And I start walking towards her.
Going all Vic Mackey. Okay, you walk up.
We've got to
She's kinda
stop the
backed up
torture,
against the
guys. No
corner.
one's going to want to watch these recordings after this.
It's
I know,
like
this
good brother,
hard.
bad brother left for the day. I'm a different kind of brother.
Tom, she's all yours.
She says, "Look, or no, well, you do what you want to do." When she's kind of looks at you with petrified eyes.
I look down at her feet. Well, let's see. There's 1, 2. Yeah, you got 2 of those. You don't really need 2 of those. So I reach in and I pull out my Ruger.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Tell me now, who is behind this?
I mean, I can kind of tell you who. I don't really know who he represents.
pointed
But
at
there's
your
no,
foot.
there's a man. There's a man who came by the house a number of times, representing another interest. They wanted to buy the house, but Miss Elder, she wouldn't sell. She wouldn't sell the house for anything. Oh, and at that point, the lawyer actually pipes up and says, yes, I'm sorry, I almost missed accidentally one provision of the will. In all the excitement, your mother specifies here in the will that you may never sell the house. You must always own it. No one is ever, according to her will, ever allowed to buy it from you. She says specifically in the will, the house is now your, and she uses the word responsibility. It's your responsibility.
Scotty leans over to Osaka's like, "Yo, man, how are we supposed to make money off this?" Things
I turn around and glare the fuck out of Scotty.
Sebastian's just kind of looking, kind of quizzically, like trying to make sense of what he thinks about this. But she says, we had a plan. Your mother wouldn't sell, so he came to me. I mean, he told me his name was Gregory, but I have no idea what his real name was. I mean, he always wore a hat and glasses and obscured his face, but I still think maybe I would recognize him if I saw him somewhere, possibly. But the plan was that I was going to bribe the lawyer into changing the documents so that I would get the house. Now, she wouldn't sell to them. But if I got the house, I was just going to let the other interest, we'll just call him for now the man in black, or Gregory, for it's a direct name, that's not really his name. They were fronting the 100,000 million for the lawyer. So through him, we were going to bribe the lawyer to get me the house. And then once I got the house, I was just going to be paid to allow the other party to do whatever they wanted.
How were you going to contact Gregory?
I have a comlink number. I have a contact number.
Give it to us.
Fine. She gets her comlink out and she broadcasts to you the comlink connection information, the com code.
I look back, I'm like, you got that, Zach?
Got it.
Now, are we still mentally connected?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to think at Zach to, when she does that, make sure you try to see if there's a way you can establish a connection to her phone, or make sure that you can identify the device, so if we have to find her later, we can by tracking her comlink.
I'll use matrix perception on that, but I can't put any kind of marks or anything on it. I don't have any kind of deck. Yeah, he has.
Well, wait a minute. The comlink is the deck.
Yeah, but I need an attack or a sleaze program to be able to do that kind of stuff, right?
Well, yeah, well.
Not to put a mark, you don't, do you?
To illegally get a mark, yeah, you have to use either hack on the fly or brute force, and those are illegal actions. You can give people away, an owner can give away marks, but you can't hack a mark unless you've got a cyber deck or you're a technomancer.
So right
only
now,
then do you have attack and sleaze attributes.
So right now, Zach is only capable of making really good forgeries with programs and things, with edit file, and observing stuff in the matrix, but he can't really do much via and make that noise spike thing that he did before.
That's cool.
That's pretty much it.
All right, I'm gonna tell her. I'll be like, now look, lady, I'm gonna make this real simple for you. We're gonna track down this lead. If this doesn't pan out, or we find out that you're feeding us a line of shit, you're not keeping either one of these legs. Understand?
I understand. I understand. Just this is such a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea.
And as for you, and I turn back around, I point the gun at the lawyer, And I'm like, you can consider yourself now on a permanent pro bono retainer for the Elder Brothers.
That is awesome. And you
Damn.
literally see sweat coming down his forehead.
That's extortion.
He
I love it.
says, he says, yes, sir. I understand.
Let's make sure we get the point across. I take and pick the bullets up that were from the Ruger, and I hand one to each of my brothers.
Oh,
I said, now I want you to realize that now each of my brothers has a bullet with your name on it.
I
I like that. I put it in my pocket.
I won't give you a reason to use them. I
That's
promise.
a really good idea.
I should point out, by the way, my gun is a Ruger, just so you know. It is the exact same kind of gun he had.
Please, sirs, this has all been quite trying on me.
No, you hush for a second. I turn back to the woman. I say, did they give you the money to bribe the lawyer with?
They were going to give me the money once the reading of the will was complete and I had possession of the house. At that point, I would be able to. I had already paid the lawyer 20,000 nuyen up front, and they were going to give me the other 80,000 once we had this completed.
I look at the lawyer. I'm like, you owe me 20,000 nuyen.
But I've already spent it.
Wow, then you owe me 20,000 nuyen.
Oh, I understand.
No one steals from the Elder Brothers.
unless it's another elder brother.
Hey, the cookies don't count, jackass. You're never going to let that
okay.
go, are you?
No.
You know what? Mom's never gonna cook those cookies again. I'm resentful.
I'll need time. I'll need time to get you your money.
You have 4 days.
Yes, sir.
You have 4 days.
Yes, sir.
Take out a loan.
Yes.
Take out a loan. Take out a PayPal loan. You'll have it in 12 hours. You have 4 days. Don't leave town. Pluck a hair out of his head.
What was that?
That was a piece of your hair. I happen to be a magician. I can find you anywhere on the planet now. Anywhere.
He gets this very sickened look in his face, like he might throw up soon.
Don't make me come looking for you.
Okay. I think maybe that's a good place to stop.
Yep. That works good.
All right. Everyone gets 3 karma.
Zakiria is silently screaming in the back of his head through most of this.
And we pick up next time with tonight. You guys were going to go meet Jackknife, I think. Or no, not Jackknife, but Flintlock.
Flintlock.
Because that was, I believe, you've got the location of where they were going to be taking Brandon Walker to if they had actually abducted him.
Correct.
Yes.
But then I don't know if I don't know if he said whether or not Flintlock would be there personally, but you were going to do that tonight.
I think he said he was, but I can't swear to that.
Well, we can review the footage if you want.
Yeah. So, but you definitely were picking back up with in the evening. You're going to go to this meet, and then that's where we pick up next time. Okay. So lots of plot threads in the air.
Is there a spell that you guys need me to learn? I will go learn that alchemical preparation in the meantime because I've got the karma to do it now.
I am gonna suggest something. I suggest that we take that 30,000 new yen as part of the inheritance, and possibly consider using it or a good sized chunk of it to help Zach get a cyber deck, because it would be most beneficial to us all.
No, that would be very beneficial.
That's true.
That's a very good point there, Tom.
You know what I'd like to suggest, guys, just for a thought? When we get this 20 grand that this sleazeball took to try and screw us out of Mom's house, and we're going to, or I'm going to pull it out of his kidneys.
What, Mr. Dark and Gloomy?
I think we should make sure that we treat our friendly neighborhood police very well, because we're about to have to go, murder the rest of that gang because they're going to come kill us.
Don't worry about it. I know a guy.
You don't think they like my drawing?
Oh no, I think they love it.
I liked it.
I did that for you, brother.
Just remember, please don't care if it's self-defense.
That's true.
All right,
Hey,
guys. I'm sorry, what, Chris?
I was going to say you can go ahead and kill the recording now if you want.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right, cool. Well, thanks. So, like I said, I've got certain plot threads in the air, but again, I don't personally care if I run the next session, or I don't. It just. Oh, I was going to ask. What do you guys
Jared,
think?
Jared,
Yes.
you can kill the recording.
Oh, already.
Yeah.